Hello class, how you doing? This is Mr. Webb. I looked over the sub notes today. I'm in here working on, Wednesday, just trying to go over some things. And she told me there's a little bit of frustration on how to do some of these things. So what I'm going to do is really quickly go over, all the things that you went through in your notes up to metallic bonding. Now, if I'm going too fast, that's okay. You can just press rewind and play it again, okay? But I'm going to go through this fast because I don't want to make too long of a video. So please follow along with me as I go through some of these examples, and I will make sure to do some of those things as we go along. Please, look at the board, look at the examples, and listen to my voice as I'm going through them with you, okay? This stuff is really not that complicated. It's based on valence electrons, and it's based on, how to put the valence electrons together within two atoms. So please pay close attention as I kind of guide you through how to do these examples. A lot of these are from the notes. Here we go. Okay, so when it's asked you just to simply show the Lewis dot structures or to create the Lewis dot structure for an atom, all you're doing is putting the number of valence electrons around your atom, and you're going to do it in a counterclockwise fashion in groups of 4. So magnesium has 2 valence electrons, so we go 1 here and 2 there, and that is the Lewis dot structure. Okay, phosphorus has a little bit more. Phosphorus have 5 valence electrons, and so we're going to go ahead and put those in as such. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are your Lewis dot structures. Voila. Really simple to do a Lewis dot structure. As you're going through, I also want you to note the charges. So we have 2. We're gonna lose 2 as opposed to gaining 6. So we're gonna have a +2 charge on your magnesium. In phosphorus, it has 5 already, so it's gonna want to gain 3. Gain 3 to fill up its octet row, so we're going to have a -3 charge. Just keep that in perspective here. All right, the next part of your notes is ask you to just show how the electrons are going to be contributed. So if we have magnesium that has 2 valence electrons and we have oxygen that has a total of 6 valence electrons, what are we going to do to be full? Magnesium is a metal, it's going to lose its electrons. Oxygen is a non-metal, it's going to gain electrons. So guess what? We're just going to simply fill in here, boom, and boom. And there we have it. Okay, we fill in. Now oxygen is full with 8 and magnesium is full with none. All right, we're going to do the same thing with calcium here. Calcium and bromine. Bromine has 7 valence electrons. Calcium has 2. We go ahead and fill in here. But guess what? Bromine is now full. So what do we have to do next? Calcium has 1. We have to add another bromine in here. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and do the valence electrons for this bromine. And guess what? The calcium is now going to donate right there, and now bromine is full. So now your ratio is now 1 calcium to bromine. So your chemical formula is going to like CaBr2 because it took 2 bromine to get the calcium completely full and to get both bromine completely full. All right, moving right along here, we have a couple ratios. And remember, the lowest common ratio for ionic compounds is called the formula unit. So the formula unit is the lowest whole number ratio. So we have a 1 to 2 formula. That is the lowest whole number ratio there. CaF2, that's the lowest. Here we have Ca2F4. 2 is divisible by 4, or 4 is divisible by 2, or 2 goes into 4, however you want to say it. But it's a 1 to 2 ratio. So our formula unit for this one's going to be CaF2 as well. Okay, looking down here, we have a 3 to 6 ratio, so we have Ca and F6, or Ca3 and F6. 3 goes into 6 how many times? That's right, you guessed it, 2. So the formula unit for this is also going to be CaF2. Okay, now there can be a variety of ways you can do that, but that's pretty much the formula units for those. In this case, all those ratios are 1 to 2 ratios. Okay, so I have a couple of these example problems from the notes again, a mixing of sodium and sulfur, and then a mix of magnesium and bromine. We'll just take these 2 first. First thing is you want to draw the Lewis dot structure. So sodium has 1 valence electron, and sulfur has 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take my sodium and go there, and now my sulfur is full. Okay, or my sulfur is still missing 1. So what do I need to do here? Okay, I need to add in another 1 so that the sulfur can be full. So I'm just going to add another Na here, has 1 valence electron, and I'm going to put it right there. So now the sulfur is full with 2 sodium. So the formula here, it takes 2 sodiums for 1 sulfur for everything to be full. And there you go, there you can see it there. Or I'll keep it like that so you can see it. Okay. And the last one I'm going to do is magnesium and bromine. And I'm figuring that you guys can probably do this by now as you're following along. But magnesium has 2 valence electrons, and bromine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because it's in group 17. So what's going to happen? The magnesium is going to transfer its electron right here. Boom, now bromine's full, but guess what? Magnesium still has 1 left over. So what's it going to do? It's going to add it to another bromine. So you have to bring another bromine into the picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the leftover electron for magnesium is going to simply go to that bromine there. So it's full. So now we have a ratio of 1 magnesium to 2 bromine. And our chemical formula for this ionic compound is going to be MgBr2. Quite simple. Right? You needed 2 bromines to get rid of the 2 electrons for magnesium. And the chemical formula is MgBr2. I hope this helps. If you have questions, please bring them. But please do your homework. Do homework 1, and we'll get back to it when I get back. Whatever day that tends to be. I don't know if it's going to snow tonight. I have no clue. But I do want you to be productive, and I do want you to try to attempt some of these on your own. Go back over the classroom or classwork activity that we did. Go back over the homework and try those. I'm also going to send off a second homework assignment. So don't be intimidated by this, but I just want you to get, I don't want us to be stagnant over this break. We spend a lot of time out, so I want you to continue to practice all this stuff. And here's all the stuff that we just reviewed here. Okay, take a look at it. And good luck. See you when we get back, whenever that may be.